Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video. Big up your damn selves in the building. Make sure you smash up the likes every single damn time and subscribe if you are new. Leicester versus Chelsea preview, and I must say, I have to say, it's good to be back watching club football again this weekend. The international break felt like 4 weeks. It was only 2. I wasn't really around active, as you could see on DR, on Big Six, but I took time to go to Ireland, see family, friends, attend a wedding event, and I have to tell you, as an older brother, if you are younger, and if you are older, then long day. But you have to see those people, those close ones. It's been months for me, especially when they're in a different country. And I tell you, adulthood, it can kick your ass at times. Time just flies and you never know. Next thing, it's been months before you've even, seen people in person and whatnot. So yeah, it's long gone are the days of school, day to day, uni, day to day. Everybody's convenient in your immediate environment, living at home with your parents. You got to go back and see those people. So that was good to go and do that. And now I'm back. Now I'm ready to rock and roll, seriously, because we got a lot of games coming up. We got a big stretch of fixtures that we need to be absolutely slicing and dicing through, picking up big points. And I'm looking forward to this one. Maresca, Dewsbury Hall going home. We will be there. Will Dewsbury. I mean, if there's ever a time to be present in the moment, it is against your old club, especially when the South American midfielders are coming back late, but they are training, especially when Lavia is fresh off a little niggle, but he's back in training. Make yourself present, make yourself heard, make yourself, hear. What an opportunity against a newly promoted team to get potentially at least minutes off the bench and really stake a claim. These are the type of games where it would have been null and void for me to say I had an idea to put out a rating and ranking of our summer window transfers of the window just gone. This is the period where we're going to make clear conclusions on whether or not the Dewsbury Halls, the Felixes are actually really in the plans, because we got a lot of games, we got favourable games. You've got to be playing some sort of part. We've come off difficult matches, we've come off, big clashes, derbies. Now I want to see those fringe players at least coming off the bench and contributing consistently. And that's what we're here to see now coming into this. And like I said, with those midfielders coming off the back of all of their little, different factors and issues, this is a chance. You've been working with the manager for a few weeks. Can you get yourself into the team? We will see. But also, let's get into Reece James, because last evening, yesterday, we saw that he is injured again. So that is painful, because initially I wanted to just take my glasses off and just pretend that I didn't see that. Unfortunately, it was retweeted, and I saw it the second time. It was true. It was factual information. Reece James is out, and he is in his Instagram story, not only obviously once again kind of announcing the unfortunate news that he's out and how difficult it must be for him personally to come back from this time and time again. I feel immensely sorry for him. It's not like it's a player that has a systematic flaw, tactical flaw, technical flaw. It's literally just physical. If this guy was fully fit, no doubts about it, we would all reap the benefits as much as he would. It's not like as if his future would be in doubt. But he won't be back, it feels like, anytime soon, because he's wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. And that is quite worrying. I'd rather him not wish me a Merry Christmas. It won't be merry if you're not here with me, brother. So maybe we won't see him until 2025. The first thing that popped into my head, some people it's sell. For me, more so Achampong, please sign the deal. I'm not really interested in the politics. That's for the club and him to sort out in his agency, but I'm just thinking from a squad balance and numbers point of view. These injuries keep happening. If there is anybody that can benefit from such a shit situation, it is you, because now you would be the second choice at right back. Gusto has had his ups and downs this season. There's nothing to say that from a purely footballing standpoint, you couldn't have a crack. There's no need to be talking about bringing in a player unless you have, and that's the club to see if they will, time will tell with Reece James, 250k a week, if they continue to keep persisting with him year after year, if this keeps happening. But That's what your academy's for. This is what talented young players coming through are for. So you don't have to have 3 left backs on the books in Chilwell, Alonso and Emerson at one time like we did. You promote, you use what you have, you give them an opportunity in deep depth positions. And this is exactly the kind of scenario that Acheampong would favour in. So I hope he signs. I hope he gets opportunities, at least off the back of this. If there's one minor positive from this, because there isn't much outside of that, it's a shame. It's a real shame. So I just have to wish him well again. And you guys let me know in the comments. I know some of you obviously definitely losing your rag. I think because we have so much talent coming through, I'm quite calm in regards to, okay, if he's not here, what's the next thing? What's the next best thing? We don't have to spend a bunch of money. We have Gusto, who's very talented. We have young players coming through who are very talented. We don't have to panic. That's how I see it. And I'll never really give up because he is so young still. And he's one of those players that he's one of the best in the world in his position. So it's not like he's going to a dead team. If he leaves, it's an Iron Robben situation. He does go to a Bayern Munich, or he does go somewhere good and potentially get over his issues in his prime and actually be the player we thought he'd be. So it's not necessarily like a, throw away the key kind of situation at all with James. So, but yeah, that's a shame. And it is what it is. We have PTSD at this point. We know how to move accordingly with our emotions and handle this. It happens, unfortunately, often. What was nice to see, though, is obviously Maresca doing a little tactical breakdown with Rio Ferdinand thing on TNT Sports, kind of explaining his fullback situation, when he's inverting them, when he's putting them into pockets, obviously underlapping the winger, Cucurella against Bournemouth, Gusto more recently on that right-hand side with Madueke, and obviously Lavia coming into the team and that being part of that as him and Caicedo hold that midfield down together. I guess, will Enzo Fernandez ever be part of that defensive 5-3-2 unit if he trusts him to be one of those players, or will he always use him as a person that does go from the deep midfield positions to the attacking third, and then that's when a Cucurella inverts, that's when Augusto inverts into that pivot with Caicedo? It's all very interesting to see. But again, this period is going to tell us. I'm sure Enzo Fernandez is going to get a lot more game time coming up in these next batch of fixtures than he did in the previous. If he doesn't, then alarm bells will be going off. And it's not even for fans for have alarm bells going off. Me, I just want to win games, get results, get up the table, live life and enjoy. Yeah, drink champagne at Wembley. But for the players, we talk about having the quality depth. We talk about having the names. That only lasts so long if we don't have the game time to go around. If they're either given the opportunity or we have enough of the opportunities in those cups. But you even can tell with the Badia Shields and the press conferences, they're not really eating and drinking in that Conference League the way that the A team and, the first teamers are in the Premier League. They all want to play Premier League. So we've seen rumours about Nkuku. We've seen rumours about Felix. It will keep happening with the 4th centre-back, with the 3rd, 4th midfielder. It will keep happening until the end of time because there is a lot of depth. And these are the games where these guys do need to contribute, like I said, do need to play and do need to be making their presence felt, because if not, then yeah, you are going to get Nkuku links. Now, the sources and the reports are saying that, Nkuku is all good. He hasn't insisted on anything. He's not pushing anything, but like I said, World Cup will be coming around, not next summer, the one after. These guys will need their game time. And Nkuku's not young. He's like 27, which is old at Chelsea. So yeah, game time is going to be needed for these guys for sure. But I do want to also just brush up on the midfield dynamic, because not only is this an opportunity to see Enzo Fernandez more, but we've spoken about this on Monday. This is an opportunity to now start seeing a little bit of flexibility in the tactics in terms of adding that extra creative player in there, whether it is Felix, whether it is Nkuku next to Palmer. He did speak about trying to create space for Palmer. Sometimes he does shift him out onto the left so he can detach himself. Basically, it's just about creating space. I don't really have an issue with it, because I don't think the issue with Palmer's performances not being up to where they usually are is about necessarily him vacating to the left or him not being on the right. I don't think it's a positional thing, personally. I've always said Palmer is incredibly versatile. He's played on the right wing. He's played in the 10. He's played false 9 last season at times. He's played left wing at Man City against us in cup games. He flourishes in all these areas. Is he stronger in one particular area? Yes. But that doesn't mean that he can't contribute and play very good games in others. And we've seen his shooting from the left is very, very good. Maybe even better than the right, with some of the way he's been striking it. So it's about necessarily creating other options and other dangerous scenarios where defenders aren't able to double triple team him, and they think, do you know what? I have to watch João Felix because he's going to nutmeg someone and he's going to go and create an issue on his own in that half space. I have to watch Nkunku because he is our top goal scorer and he could go and lash one in from outside the area. I do have to watch a Neto because he's now on the right wing cutting in, or Sancho is now back on the left wing cutting in, causing chaos from more than just one player. That's the key here. That attack is meant to be balanced. I think that's why the manager consistently keeps on honing in on the fact that he doesn't want Palmer to be the main man. He's almost trying to take responsibility away from him and push it onto others, which when you spend what we spend and when you have the attacking depth that we have, that is how it should be. It should not be Palmer or bust. If it is, we have a very big problem with all the options that we have, all the money that we've put into that attack. So I think that's the main issue, is just having more players at top level form. When Madueke was playing well for his little 2-3 game period, you could double team Palmer if you want, because Madueke is going to go and bang one in, or he's going to go and dribble past two and create an opportunity for Jackson. Even Jackson, he's kind of had to make do with, not the most service at times. We haven't created many big chances in recent matches. That should improve in this favourable fixture list, but he's another one that can cause problems and be a danger, and Palmer could maybe, take a back seat and just be a creator. So that's another thing. There's other players that have got to stand up, and that's what I said on Monday. I want to see Sancho step up in particular. Neto's already starting to step up. I think Jackson will, he is providing a level of consistency in terms of the foundation of what he's going to bring to the team, not just goal scoring, as you know. Palmer, and no doubt he's going to bounce back. So we just need to have everybody singing from the same song sheet, and that's as simple as it gets. And utilize our bench. I don't expect to be going into this Leicester game or games coming up and only using 3 out of the 5 subs if we need to get a goal. I'm expecting now people to come off the bench and contribute. So it's going to be very interesting. But guys, in terms of the team, it's difficult to judge. We're coming off the international break. If those South American players are going to start, are they going to be looked after? 1 or 2, maybe he'll play one, not the other. Injuries, obviously. Lavia, Sancho has been ill before the international break. How does he come back in? It's going to be an interesting situation. It's hard to predict a team after 2 weeks off, especially when it's against a team like Leicester, no disrespect, but it does almost invite a potential chop and change in a couple of positions. And obviously we know we must talk about those briefings as well, just to summarize on Sanchez, because the club have done this. They've done it with Badiashile, they've done it with Sanchez. They do tend to brief a player or two when they are under a bit of heat, when they're under a bit of pressure, when there is a bit of a commotion, a bit of a chat about their future, about their quality, about their consistency. They put out the briefs that everything's okay, we believe in the technical level and they're going to be just fine. The proof is always in the pudding, the performances. I'm not expecting errors. I would like to not see any more flapping from crosses. I want to see them collected. I don't want to see any more individual errors. Maresca's been very clear quite a few times now to keep saying that defensively he doesn't think it's a massive problem for us right now. He doesn't think it's one of the key issues. It's not something that he's prioritizing. Is that because most of our defensive relapses are coming from concentration issues or individual errors? Not necessarily structurally. We're not conceding as many from set pieces, it feels like, this season. I was pretty happy with how we did against Arsenal, which was a shock because I thought we were going to absolutely capitulate. I'll be honest, against Arsenal on set pieces, that was one of my main problems. We didn't do that. So, he seems content with the progress. That was what he articulated, that the progress has been good, ahead of schedule potentially. But this is the run of games now where we are expected to win games. And if we don't, we won't be very happy. He won't be, the team won't be, fans won't be. So we do need to bridge a bit of a gap now, pardon the pun, Stamford, but we need to start getting away from certain clubs in that rat race for top 4 and start putting some distance and some daylight between us. And I think we can do that. I think we're going to win this game. Now, I think I've typed out 3-0 prediction to Turkish when they're asking for predictions. I'm going to stick with it. Listen, it's an early kickoff. It's away from home, yes, but we have the attacking quality. We have the quality in general. I'm looking forward to those Levi Colwill line breakers. I'm looking forward to that quality potentially from Cucurella starting at that position. I'm looking forward to Caicedo playing those cutting edge through balls for Jackson, maybe Palmer back on track. Neto, the quality has got to show in this game. You're coming up against a team that's just come up. They are struggling. They will be in a relegation fight all season. We need to capitalize. We need to exercise our demons. I actually even want to see a performance. Sometimes you'll take a result. I think we need a performance as well. I think we should come back, state our intentions with the crest on our chest and really really show some quality in this match, and we have the quality to do it. So let's get it done. But you guys, let me know your score prediction in the comments down below. Like I said, I've gone with a 3-0. It's probably a bit, I don't know if it's a bit much. I don't know where I stand right now. So I'm only just getting back into things, but I'm happy to go with that. I'll be honest. I think it can be one of those games. If we make it easy for ourselves and get that goal early, Leicester have to come on to us with all the options that we have. It can be a 3-0. It's only if we start making things difficult, we don't keep the ball, we don't look after things, you know, we have a lapse of concentration. Then of course they can score. They've shown it against Arsenal. They've got a couple of goals. They have got goals in them. Then that's when, yes, it can get scary hours. I'm not trying to see that. So, but yeah, you let me know in the comments down below what will be your scoreline. And like I said, looking forward to the watch along lunchtime tomorrow, getting straight back into things. And yeah, I'm just buzzing for this match now. It feels like it's been months since we watched Chelsea. So until next time, big up your damn selves. In a bit, people. Peace.